Welcome back to the Fun Astrology Podcast. Thomas Miller, or if this is your first time, welcome aboard. Thomas Miller here, and we're going to be talking about astrology. It is Wednesday, Hump Day, April 8th, and we've got a very, very quiet sky. So we're actually going to talk about manifesting today, manifesting money. Okay, now there is an astrological tie to this, because if you remember back in March when Venus moved into Taurus, and this was before all the S-storm broke loose on this coronavirus, and astrological interpretations were back to somewhat of a normal state back then. Do you remember those days? We were talking about Venus moving into Taurus as a really cool time to manifest money. Why? Because Venus rules Taurus. Taurus is the second sign of the tropical zodiac, which begins with Aries. We're in the first sign of the zodiac right now, begins with the spring equinox. So if you follow a whole sign chart system, so in other words, Aries is the first house, Taurus is the second, that's the house of money and possessions. Venus/Taurus rule money. Under any other transit, Venus in Taurus should have been happy as a pig in a mud pie. But this was obviously not a normal month. However, was that manifesting energy there? Yes, it was. And you guys came out of the woodwork to give me some stories of manifesting money in March. So one story comes from the real estate department. Here's a couple who listed their home for sale on the first week of February. As he says, 51 hours later, I love that precision, 51 hours later, just over 2 days. Hey, that's important when you're talking about the moon. They had an offer that was $4,000 over their asking price. They closed on March 9th. Money in pocket, made six figures. They ducked into an apartment, and they've been house hunting. Now, during that time, he says that they locked in a fixed 30-year loan at 2.75%. Now, you might think, why would you mortgage something? Well, because 2.75 is free money, basically. So keep your cash, right? Then they put an offer on a home $40,000 less than what that seller was asking for. The intended close is on May 15th. To bring it up to speed, they did the inspections and everything, and now they're negotiating and haggling because some things did come up on that. So they're trying to see if they can reconvene. And the guy has just the most beautiful attitude toward this whole thing. He said with what they presented back after the inspections, the seller will either A, fix, B, drop the price, or C, they'll walk away to a new miracle. He says, we're just along for the lightning ride. I love that. That is so classically great. Here's another. Somebody took up the challenge and got actually a group of friends and family together to do the March Money Madness Manifesting Marathon. Isn't that what we called it? And obviously got hit right in the middle of the month and said that the storm hit and felt like the rug had been ripped out from under her, with no work on the horizon, no money, feeling like the whole thing had just been a sham. And then caught that podcast where we were talking about this is still the groundwork that we are laying. We are still creating right now. I have a good network of folks who are very tuned in and plugged in and get frequent messages from the non-physical realm. And that is the big message right now, is those who are awake are still creating. And what we are creating may not be exactly replicating what we had, but where we are going, we are laying the seeds. We are planting the seeds for that now, and this is a big, huge step-up, wake-up call toward that. And that caught fire with her. So what did she turn her focus on? Creating multiple streams of income. She had one stream of income. Now she's going to use this downtime to till the garden and plant the seeds for multiple streams of income. I think that is awesome. There again, turning it around from whatever was and just seeing a whole different perspective. And then the third one came from a friend of mine here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area who says that she knows somebody personally who won, are you ready for this? Are you sitting down? $120 million in March. Okay, shame on me. I did not buy a lottery ticket. Man, wow. So money is still circulating. You know, if you wanted an interesting study, go back and look at the people who get rich during economic downturns and see if you see the patterns of what they do. People get rich, like crazy rich, during down times. And there are going to be so many opportunities coming from this. You realize there's going to be a decades-long industry created instantly almost of preventing this from happening in the future. And that's something that's going to need a lot of boots on the ground just right there. All right, we've got a lot to look forward to, even amidst all of this stuff that we're going through. So hopefully, as we said yesterday, we're on some waning energy. Let's see if that holds, all right? It will hold if we put our consciousness there. Thanks for these great stories, guys. I really appreciate it. And sending you love on Hump Day, Wednesday. Have a great one. Take care. Bye-bye.